Hello everybody, it's Dawn Pierce. I'm doing a little vlog on lifestyle living and modern living in current days. The last couple of weeks I've been getting on things with like fitness and cooking and charity shops, and I got lots of little tips and ways of looking into things, and I learnt another system. So it was little techniques and that I might tell other people what to do and how I've been doing my routine and how I incorporated this and made it worthwhile. And it might get other people getting little tips and advice. It's just a little lifestyle entry. I've got 3 different subjects, and I'll start with the cooking. I cook various dishes, and I use like potato pastas and rice as a foundation in my dish. I've always got that in the cupboard, and like noodles and stuff. And then I cook meats like mince or rice or pork or lamb or chicken or beef. And I get it right tender and well cooked in the oven or the frying. And I add sauces like tomato sauce or like a sweet and sour sauce or a curry sauce. I use garlic sometimes and onions and carrots, and I spruce it up. In the hot pot I make like a casserole dish with stews and casseroles. In the smoothie maker I make soups and smoothies and milkshakes. I find the smoothie maker a very healthy thing, but you've got to watch how much sugar you add, so you've got to get your measurements right. But you can have all different fruits blended together, and it's very healthy and quick and fast and very modern and efficient times. I use like onions and mushrooms and vegetables to spruce it up, and I like making cottage pie and mincing chives and adding peas and carrots and making a really nice dish. I make spaghetti bolognese, I make lasagna, and in the lasagna I add the sauce, I add the onions, and I do the different layers. I give it lots of time to cook fish like salmon and haddock, and have nice chips or waffles with them. Usually cook beans or spaghetti hoops as well. Have nice soups like lentil soup, and I blend it together. Make sausages and fry ups like in the morning. See, if I was to buy a few things from the shop like eggs, bacon, sausage, and get the packets, it can usually last in the day. You can make omelettes later on, or sausage rolls or that. Sometimes I get a packet finger rolls or rolls and a packet of hot dogs or sauce or burgers or chicken burgers, and I fry up them, or I get a loaf of bread and I make toasties. I do bacon, I make scones, I make rock cakes, I make muffins, I make biscuits, I make cheesecake, I make sponges, all different types of sponges. Sometimes I like a chocolate sponge, sometimes I get a cake mix, but sometimes I can do it myself. But I make sure the kitchen's nice and clean and well organised, and the stuff's all put back in order when it's finished, and it's kept hygienic. For my fitness, I keep a good fitness regime. The last week I've been doing extra things for my fitness, seeing your programmes, read books and get influenced and read the materials, watch podcasts, TV programmes, feed yourself information at the library, the internet, read articles, and you can get the latest fitness trends. I've been doing a bit running, so I've been doing like half an hour running a day in the morning, just various routes, and seeing hello to people wearing my tracksuit. I have targets like the lamp post or a tree to run to, and then I go down, I go up gears, and I sometimes just walk or sometimes run to the lamppost. I usually give myself about 30 minutes. I do things like cycling, like going out on the bike on the barn. Find the roads a bit dangerous, but I like cycling, and I do various routes. I go faster or slower. I keep my balance. I go various directions and test myself and go different routes on the park. I go skating, like I skate with my rollerblades, or I go ice skating at Murrayfield, and it's nice to get a bit of confidence for skating and good balance, but I like trying it out. I get all my hips and my thighs all toned, but it's good to get a bit exercise. And the ice skate's a bit scary, but I give it a go in the winter, and you get like lots of people attending and you can cling on to the banister, but you give yourself a bit of confidence and you get more confidence, build up speed, and you can do little twirls and skate backwards and stuff, but that all takes confidence. I go to the gym and do workouts. I do about 5 minutes of stretches. I do a programme of the treadmill, the rowing machine, the weights, all different weights, the bike, and I'm doing that for various things, and I'm doing the dumbbells, and I'm doing weights and stuff. I do classes like Pilates, so I do a Pilates class, use a band and a mat, and it's all about your buttocks and your hips and your tummy, and you get all physically fit. I do yoga, which is more like meditation and breathing, it's a bit spiritual. You go breathing work and do stretches and routines and postures and exercise and positions. I do more fun classes like Zumba. Zumba is very active and fun and dancey, and I get a lot of enjoyment out of that. And I do aquafit, which is very dancey and bouncy. And see if I wanted to practice like dribbles and shooting techniques and a bit of sport, I go to the park and I use the basketball and shoot hoops, or I get the football out and I dribble the football, and I try and do a few goals, and I run about in the park for say like 15 minutes. Like, I'm not doing the fitness for too long. The classes are all about 45 minutes. The runs are about half an hour. And my swims, I do a bit of swimming with front crawl and best crawl. That's about half an hour. Things like basketball, and that's only like 15 minutes. The bike's only 15 minutes. I do badminton, and that usually lasts about 20 minutes with Scott. And I go to like a gym and I do a bit of badminton on the court. I do all different types of exercise because I like a variety. I've got to go at my own speed, but I need a bit of exercise every week to keep to a level. But I can pick whatever. I can do dancing if I want. I can do cycling. I can do a big variety, but they're not high impact sports or martial arts or anything, or extreme sports which I shake at, like climbing and skiing, and that's too physical. But these sports are mellow. I can go at my own pace and I participate, and I'm getting lots of oxygen and exercise. And another thing that I've been picking up recently is the charity shops. I find in certain areas there's certain charity shops that you can use, like Stockbridge or Leaf Walk or Morningside or Gorgie, and in Edinburgh you can go to all the charity shops and get like clothes that are quite cheap. You can also get designer and vintage clothes, and you can mix and match and get good bargains, and they're really good with accessories like with scarves and jewellery. The jewellery's usually quite cheap. I've seen jewellery between £1 to £5, lovely necklaces with big chunky beads in that, quite vintage and like quite themed in that. And the dresses have usually got nice patterns on them, and they're nice and themed. I always recommend that you try on the clothes because you don't know if they're going to fit right. And you can get returns at charity shops, which you've got to ask about, but make sure you get your receipt. You can get reserves, so if you don't have the money that day, you can probably put it aside and wait till payday and get the next day. There's things like vases that you might get, like there's like things like ornaments and vases and pictures that you might get, like a vase for your mum for Mother's Day or a present for a birthday. There's like vinyl records and CDs and books always there, so get a good rummage. There's odd things like an instrument or something you might get, or you might get a pair of shoes or a board game or a toy, but it's worthwhile trying the charity shop. You get really good bargains, and compared to what you'd buy in a normal shop, it's a lot cheaper, and you can get sometimes promotions like buy one get one free, and it's worth giving it a go. It's second hand, you recycle it, you give it another lease of life, and it's no real harm in it, it's just giving it a go, and it's not too much money going to waste, and you're reusing and you're helping a charity, your money's going towards charity, it's part of the community. You can put donations in if you want, and there's quite good stuff, so I think try the charity shop. And there's areas like Portobello that you can go to quite a few shops and spend your time and go between the shops and pick and choose your bargains. You'll only get one of a kind, but you keep sprucing around and you'll find good bargains. So this is my little vlog. I'm going to do it every so often, and it's like different little lifestyle tips and things that I've been doing during the week, and subject matters and things that I've been picking up in the news and getting like a trend or a fad or like an activity, and seeing what there's kind of out there and seeing what I can do. This is what I've been doing kind of the past 2 or 3 weeks, and it's been quite worthwhile, and I'll do this entry about once every 3 or 4 weeks, about once a month, on new styles, new trends, new fads, things like Zumba, marathons, markets, live music, galleries, events, theatre. I've been going to the cinema as well, like you can do cinema blogs, but I'll try a variety. But this is what my subjects were this time. I wanted to mention the Pilates and the charity shops and the type of cooking, but there's all different recipes. You get tips from the television, you get cleaning tips, domestic tips, so you're all trying different techniques in that and seeing what's out there.